Peace. So when I go live, they random, nothing is scheduled. So I just look for people to come in and we build. So this particular build will be on diet and fat loss. And I'm saying fat loss specifically because fat loss is different than weight loss. If you are 20 pounds or more overweight, then yeah, we would build on weight loss. But this particular live, I want to talk about fat loss. So if you 20 pounds and under, or you want to lose weight, we can speak on weight loss. So don't want to start deep diving until we get a couple more people in here. You know, um, diet, fat loss. I'm very accustomed to it. I have conditioned my body to burn fat. I've always been an ectomorph, always been slim, but around my late 30s, I did gain some weight. I got up to 199 pounds. That's the heaviest I ever been. Neck was fat, face was fat. And I went to tie my shoes, and there was a pudge in my fucking stomach to where I reached over to tie my shoes. And right then and there, I scaled back. And I've never seen that weight again. And now I'm 50. So that's been almost, I don't know, call it about 13 years, something to that effect. So I smoke these cigars, and I even tell myself, like, what the hell, right? How you talking about fitness and health and weight loss and smoking cigars? I'm not gonna be somebody that's gonna say that cigars is healthy. They're absolutely not healthy, even though there is some minuscule studies that talk about cigars and testosterone, but yeah, that shit can't be validated. So I won't even bore or even try to die on that hill about smoking cigars or testosterone. We ain't going there with it. Peace. What's good? Life, man. I'm enjoying the process, enjoying the ups and downs, enjoying the journey. Good day, brother. Good day. So, yeah, we on here about diet and fat loss. Give me some questions. Anything that anybody want to know, right? So, on a personal note, I don't know if you heard or not, but um, I've conditioned my body to burn fat. So, I really don't worry about what I eat in terms of gaining fat. If I eat a bunch of processed foods, which I really don't. I'm really known as a good eat, like I eat healthy foods. But when you the person that's always, not always, more times than not, that's healthy, you eat healthy and you know what should be healthy. The perception is that you just this healthy eater and that everything I eat is healthy, which is absolutely not, right? So it's not reality. I don't know nobody that eats healthy 100% of the time. And so my body, I just burn fat, right? I've been doing it for so long that I could gain 5 or 6 pounds, and then I could just like watch what I eat for like a week, and then I can actually lose the pounds. So also you got to know, like when you losing pounds, more times than not, it's only water weight. It's not even fat loss. It's water weight. So you could be getting on the scale and thinking that you lost some pounds. Man, go to the bathroom, man. Some shit like that, right? You could be holding 2, 3, 4 pounds in your intestines, man. So that's why the good thing is like you should weigh yourself every morning, right? As soon as you wake up, you weigh yourself. So then you can be able to tell like if you went to sleep on a full stomach or if you didn't, after you consistently weighing yourself for like a month or so, 4 or 5 weeks, you should start to be able to tell like whether it was food, whether it was water, or whatever the case may be. And you also will be able to see like what your base weight is. Like you should be able to tell. So drink water without apple vinegar and some lemon juice. It kickstarts my metabolism and give me a good feeling. Yeah, right, absolutely. Um, I really don't be on the vibe with the apple cider vinegar, but yeah, for sure, it's a lot of studies on it, and it says it does that. It kickstarts your metabolism. So yeah, for sure, that's all good. Something else I'll say, like whatever works for you, that's what you do, right? You know, it's not like what I do, it's what somebody else's does. You have to do things to where you are your own guinea pig, right? You testing out things to see what works for you. Being super strict on diet, and not being able to sustain it, that ain't no diet at all, man. You just going through the motions, man. You want to make it a lifestyle and something for you to do, you know. So this all this information across the internet, you really need to dabble and just see what you can sustain for a lifestyle for a long period of time, right? That's the best diet. You know, like what's the number one diet? All that clickbait shit. The number one diet is the diet that you can stick to. That's the only diet, right? Shit, it ain't no better diet, right? I'm not in the keto, but I know keto work, but that ain't it ain't for me though, right? So I'm not going to vilify keto. It's just not the thing for me. Yeah, the chia seeds is good, man. Chia seeds is good. I definitely would encourage you to anything that's herbal, natural, that's healthy, that come from the earth, that's grown by the sun. You can't never go wrong with that. I would also encourage you, like you got to get your blood tested, right, to find out like what you really need, though, right? Because you can be using a bunch of supplements because of something that you saw, and you really don't even need it, you know. So you'll be spending your money on some shit that is not even benefiting you, you know. So you might be lacking in some type of iron or something, and you taking a bunch of fucking some sea moss or some shit, right? And maybe you don't even need no sea moss, right? You need something else. You need to eat more dark green leafy vegetables or something to that effect. So yeah, so getting your blood markers checked, it's kind of costly, but it's definitely something that if you can get around to it, you will want to do it so you can see like where you really need to work on. So I get most of my groceries from a regular market, man. I don't do nothing spectacular. I do go to the farmers markets. Got some local farmer markets. I go there, pick those up. I go to Whole Foods. I hit up Sprouts. Um, and I really don't change up a lot of my food. Like a lot of my food, 90% of my food, I eat the same shit over and over and over again. Right. So, you know, I'm 50, right? So at my age, man, I didn't ate a whole bunch of shit already though, you know, so I don't be overly concerned about switching up different foods. You know, I'll try some different shit here and there, but for the most part, I don't really switch it up, man. I keep it real simple. I don't want to waste no thought about what to eat. You know, you be on the go, you living life, you going to work, you going to school, you doing a whole bunch of shit to where you busy. And that's where people fall off their diet, right? Because they get to the point to where they really looking for, I'm tired of eating the same food. You know, I mean, which is cool. I get it, but 80% of your food need to be the same food all the time, man. Well, in terms of food for people in the US, brother, I mean, that's a whole plethora, man. It's a whole bunch of different people out here, man. People eat all type of shit. Depending on your culture, people eat all type of food, right? So it all depends. You can't just pigeonhole a whole damn country on what everybody eat, man. You know, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint, to each their own. And it really depends on your culture, right? So whatever culture you from, typically that's they eat whatever is cultural for them, right? I'm at the point to where I like to feel healthy, right? I want to feel energized. You know, I want to feel light. You know, I don't want to be stuffed. I don't want to be lethargic. Eating processed foods, you be lethargic. I don't want to be lethargic. So that's what I'll be doing. And again, I've been doing it for so long, man. It's you know, I got all these years, under my belt that it really come easy for me. That's why I'm in a position to where I can give some advice. I can give some insight onto what I've done, the people I've trained, right? So let me take a little deeper dive in it. So weight loss, man. And I'm not gonna say nothing that's new, man. This shit ain't nothing new. This shit is all over the internet. I appreciate y'all from jumping in and asking questions. So uh, if you go to the gym, right, you need to lift heavy weights. Now, when I say lift heavy weights, uh, man, the training I do, man, I train people, man. I do a lot of athletic training for myself personally, but I mix it up, man. I don't want to make it all the same shit. So somebody in general, you lift heavy weights, right? I was just telling my clients this past week about lifting heavy weights, and the typical reply is that they complain about heavy weight, but the heavy weight is heavy to where you are, right? It's what's heavy to you. It's not heavy to me. It's not heavy to somebody else. Everybody got their own 9,000 to swim. So it's where you at your particular time with your growth and development and what's heavy for you, right? So if 40 pounds is heavy to you, then that's what you should be doing. So I tell people that if you can do 10 reps with a weight, it's too light, right? So the focus would be, let's just say 10 reps and just say you got 40 pounds and you targeting 10 reps. Once you get to the seventh rep, you should really be struggling to push the weight to where seven, eight is struggle, nine is you really struggling, and you probably can't even get that 10th rep out. That's the weight that you should be doing because those last two or three reps, that's where you burning fat at. That's where you getting your money at. That's where you burning fat, and you also is you stimulating your muscle because you're really pushing, right? You under load. So that's my advice in terms of lift heavy weight. It don't have to be no crazy weight, especially when I'm training my female clients. They really be against it. But when we work the actual exercises and I show them, it's not about heavy weight. It's really about the motion. You can also do the the 5-1-5, right? So the 5-1-5 would be the 5 second count on the positive motion, 1 second hold, and then a 5 second negative motion, right? So you should only be able to get about 6 or 7 reps using that methodology, that 5-1-5. And that's going to stress you completely out, right? Meaning stress the muscles out. And you are, right, your body is hot, right? Just like thermogenic, right? You burning fat when you're doing this, especially with your legs, man. When you doing heavy reps or high intensity with your legs, you burning the most fat. That's why it's so imperative that you do legs if you're really looking to burn fat. Again, we're not talking about weight loss. We want to burn fat. Uh, I went into bulk and drifted so hard, so I gained like 25 kg. Now I'm swole and have to do more cardio. I'm not familiar with car fit, brother. But yeah, so was you dirty bulking or what? I mean, what was you were just eating anything or what? So yeah, man, we on diet. The diet, again, this is real simple, man. Whole foods, man. Take all the processed foods to minimal, man, like to nothing. You know, when I say nothing, man, I don't know nobody that's not eating no processed foods, man. Processed foods is everywhere. It's real fast, it's real quick, but you should limit the process to about 10 to 15% of everything you eating, right? I mean, you can go up into a little quickie mart or something and grab some hard boiled eggs, right? Some dried fruit or something, and keep it pushing until you get to where you're going to where you can like make something. The best policy, brother, is to cook your food, man. I know, man, cooking food is crazy, right? Don't nobody want to cook food, don't nobody got no time. But once you get to the stage to where your body is a fat burning machine, some of the stuff that you was doing in the beginning, you don't have to do. But you're not gonna get there by trying to cut corners, man. It ain't there's no corners to be cut. I didn't been over a decade at this same size. And a lot of times I eat whatever I want to eat, right? I got a straight love for pastries, man. I love donuts, and I probably don't eat no donuts for like a month and a half. And then the day that I do, shit, I have about 7, 8 donuts, damn near a dozen. But it don't even do nothing because I don't have it that often, and then I'll just be just eating because that's what I'll be on at the time. I don't put a lot of thought into it. I just know that I don't eat it often, and whenever I do, I go all in. So you got to give to get, right? So let's deal with cardio. So people say that cardio it burns muscle. Yeah, if you're trying to be a damn marathon runner, if you like trying to be an ultra runner, yeah, you're gonna burn muscle. But for the general person, nah, man, doing cardio, you're not gonna lose no muscle because you're not even doing it that often, right? So if you do cardio twice out the week, right, you're not burning no muscle doing no cardio twice out the week, man. It ain't gonna happen. So keep that in mind. We don't want to vilify cardio in terms of losing muscle. It's not gonna happen, man. And also, don't forget, we so worried about the aesthetics and how we look. Man, that cardio, that conditioning, man, that shit is for a healthy heart, blood circulation, man, like your lungs, your respiratory system. Like all that shit is not important until it's important, right? Right. So you don't want to have no weak ass heart. So don't think that you're not gonna do no cardio or you're so worried about getting a six pack and looking good to where you don't want to do cardio. Definitely implement some cardio into your workout. You got to have a healthy heart, man. You got to have your respiratory system functioning well and you want good blood flow. So we got to get out of the sole thought about I need to look good. If you balance out your workouts, the aesthetics is going to come. You just got to be patient and just be consistent and that shit going to happen. So this is a real quick build, man. Appreciate the questions. Appreciate y'all coming on. Hopefully, I provided some value. And again, I just be jumping on here, man, just going live, looking to get some insight, looking to share some of my experiences, and hopefully that y'all can take some away and implement it in your own regimen. Appreciate y'all for getting on. Peace.